have your name, please?
Tammy.
Tammy, so let's just get it right out of the way. I didn't want you to sit here. I didn't ask you to sit here. You sat here of your own volition.
Yeah, I followed them.
You followed them. Okay. Here's what's interesting. As I was saying to Chad, I was like, wow, just before this started, I was like, wow, all right, I need somebody who's got like big poofy hair, gray poofy hair, sitting right here in the center. And Tammy, you got it. Okay. So here's an interesting thing, because the message that I have for you is this, okay? So I want to illustrate to you the man in spirit that's around you. And I seem to get a lot of men. They seem to be very forceful during group readings. And a man, it's funny, very similar looking to you. Very similar looking to you. He's got a love of life. He would have been quiet. He would not have wanted to been around a lot of people. Loves you very much. And this is interesting because, and one of the things that people need to know, I get father, brother, husband energy mixed up because it's very powerful, very protective, loving, masculine energy. I got a man here who feels like, oh, big daddy, like a big daddy energy, big daddy energy. And it's interesting because he says that you're a rock star. And whatever you do, he's very proud of you and what you do. Now, one of the fascinating things is that I'm not sure if this is you, but I felt like this woman who was gonna be sitting here had something to do with like the administration of a school, okay? Are you in that position at all?
No.
No,
Well,
okay.
It's
Are
not
you in
administration, it's human services.
Human services, where you're helping out kids and stuff?
Yes,
Yeah,
you help
okay.
kids. Yeah.
So that's very much what it felt like. I was like, okay, so there's gonna be a woman here, administration, school, what have you. Now, what's fascinating is that you're just like me, Tammy, and that you come from people who honored hard work. We're gonna work hard, we're gonna get up every day, and we're gonna go to work. Sometimes to our detriment. Sometimes we can get taught to work too hard. And that's what we have to be mindful. The weight of the world is on your shoulders. You're sitting here this evening as an example for everybody in this theater, as an example of this mantra. I have a mantra or a saying that I like to live by. I try to do my best, and I want to see if you can accomplish this. This guy says it's going to be against your nature to do this. Okay? He's very indicative of that. Yeah, I can tell the theater and I can tell you, you're probably not going to listen to me. You're just like your mother, he says. That's fascinating. Okay. Stubborn. You're a stubborn lady. Okay. Set in your ways, dig your heels in. Can I ask you, are you a Taurus?
Yes.
Ha! He's a Taurus. Raise your hand, kiddo. He's a Taurus, too. If you're a Taurus, raise your hands. Yeah, there we are. Dig those heels in. That's what we love. All right, so you get this stubborn energy, right? The weight of the world is on your shoulders. Here's the mantra. Serve ourselves, not at the expense of others. Serve others, not at the expense of ourselves. You wouldn't hurt a fly. You don't hurt anybody. You help everybody, but you do so at your own expense. You do. You do so at your own expense. Now, this is funny because this guy's energy is like, I wouldn't. It's like, I wouldn't. So this guy, I'm not saying that he's selfish, right? He's not selfish. This guy is a person who's very much aware of sustainability. I think that you're just very much sort of, you're kind of like my mom, and I'm going to pick on her a little bit in the way that my mom is sort of a cliched American woman. She expects the most out of herself. She gives herself the least. And then she gets pissed off at herself because she gets angry and tired. So, I mean, you guys should have jerseys. God damn it. But I need you, and this is interesting because he's bringing my attention to your feet, your ankles, your knees. You need to take care of them very much, very, very much. He says you're fragile like porcelain, okay. Do you have a son?
Multiple, yes.
Multiple, okay. What's fascinating is that this is this energy of you working hard. It's like what my mother did over the course of her life. Work hard, work hard, work hard. And I think what that is that's an example of kids do what we show them, not what we tell them, right? So I can tell my kiddo, and I tell him as often as I can, work hard, play hard. Don't work too hard. Don't play too hard. Try to maintain those things in balance so we can stay sane. Woman, you're not sane. love you, but you're not sane. And there's this badge of honor, this like, I've got to fight. You're just very, very geared towards this mission. So I want you to go home and I want you to look up the definition of martyr so you don't become one. So you don't sacrifice yourself, your well-being. And I don't mean to be scary. Take care of yourself so you don't prematurely end up over on the other side of this mirror with this man. Okay? Now, he says that you need to speak up. Your throat is blocked in the way, not right now, but I need you to speak up, okay? Now, can I ask you, did this man wear suspenders?
Yes.
He did.
Occasion.
On occasion, yeah. He's just a lover of life. He's a lover of life. And I'll tell you something, what a smell to walk into this theater and to smell popcorn in a theater. It's not like popcorn at home. There's only a certain smell that popcorn gets. And he's interesting because he says he's like watching you and eating popcorn. So again, I want you to see that we are very much the heroes of their stories. They carry on. This is funny. He shows me, he's like, it's nothing fancy. He just wants you to know that he's sitting on a stump. Like a stump in a forest, right? Like just a stump. He's just sitting there, happy as a clam, watching you. He just knows that you're a little out of balance. And again, there's no judgment here, right? You're just overextended, overworked. And he says that you're gritting your teeth. You're at your teeth. Got that energy? Like,
I probably do and don't realize it.
frustrated?
Often.
Often, okay. So I have a question for you, okay? We're just gonna refer to this guy as Big Daddy, okay? Big Daddy. When you get frustrated and you're dealing with somebody who you'd like, and he indicates that you'd like to throttle them, so there's a little like, and choke him a little bit. When you get really frustrated with people, I want you to imagine, what would Big Daddy do? Do you know what I mean? What would he do with those people? How would he interact with them? How would he care to interact with them? Would he just leave them alone and let them fall on their faces? This is fascinating because there is that energy of learning lessons as we fall on our faces. And this isn't your clients, this is your children. Okay? So just to be very much specific that you can't save them from themselves, you can't save them from their lives. You can help them, you can guide them, you can nurture them, but sometimes we got to wear the egg on our face and learn the hard lessons sometimes. This guy really wants to mess with you. Like, seriously. So I'm going to pass you this message, right? Because this is this guy. He just wants to play. He's a joker, okay? They tell me to tell people things, and they're absolutely ridiculous, and I'm going to tell you this absolutely ridiculous thing. He says you need to get a parrot. Like a macaw, like a toucan, something like that. Do you have a history with birds?
Do I?
Yeah.
When I was little.
You like birds when you were little like that in cages and stuff?
My brothers had parakeets, and they used to let them loose in the house and scare my mom. She was not a bird fan. Alfred Hitchcock.
Alfred Hitchcock, the birds, yeah. So it's interesting that this guy wants you, and what's fascinating about this is it's and I'm not a big fan of like putting fish in tanks and birds in cages and all this. This is very much the color and the sounds to delight you, that sort of thing. He wants you to watch what feels like, and this could be a different cartoon. It feels like a Huckleberry Hound. He wants you to sit down, and it's like he wants you to watch cartoons that he watched with you. Did you watch cartoons with him?
Yeah, the old Looney Tunes.
The old Looney Tunes? Okay, so it's not the Hanna-Barbera stuff, but it's the old Looney Tunes, right? Okay. And he says he just really wants a burger. Burger, like a big, fat, juicy burger. Do you remember him loving those?
Oh, yeah, grilled.
Grilled burger, yeah, burger, right? He says that you have difficulty saying what you need to say to people that are closest to you, and it's going to be really useful if you can figure out how to do that. And that doesn't mean be mean or be harsh, because when you say the difficult things that are closest to the people that are closest to you, you're showing other people how to say those things with grace and skill as well. So this is very much, I think, one of the greatest skills that we can have as an adult is just being able to say, I'm not comfortable with that. I'm not comfortable with that to anybody, right? And it's important that you say that to the people that are closest to you, so those people that are closest to you know that it's okay to say it to their people that are closest to them. Because sometimes, we're going to be in relationships with people and things aren't going to be copacetic all the time. This guy says, he's very happy with the work that you've done to your house. This is interesting. Very happy with the work that you've done to your house. He wants you to fix the path, the walkway up the center, because it feels like it's broken stone. Do you have a path that needs to be fixed? He doesn't want you tripping.
Oh, we have a crumbling asphalt driveway.
Crumbling asphalt driveway, okay. So it must be crumbling enough where you could twist your ankle, something like that?
I push wheelchairs up and down it, so yeah.
Okay. So very important for you to have that walkway. He's indicating to me that you have neck problems. You have neck problems. So neck, shoulder problems, those sorts of things. Would you ever consider acupuncture, acupressure, anything like those?
Yes.
Try it for me. Find a good one, a well-established, recommended one. We have certain spirits in our lives that will play tricks on us, that will play jokes on us. And this guy, he's indicating to me, like, it feels like he's tickling your feet and he wants to mess with you. Okay. Why do they do that? Why do they show themselves so incessantly in this very joking way? They want us to know that they're there. They want us to know that they're there. He says that you feel very alone. So I don't want you to feel alone, and I want you to get into a healthy conversation with this man, okay? Now, this guy's showing me an old pickup truck. Like, he wants to be in an old pickup truck, and he just wants to, like, smelling the gas and the old exhaust and the bop, 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 bop of the old pickup truck. It's like, if you have anything like that, you should go on a drive and talk to him. But I want you to talk to him, please. Do you have an old pickup truck, or did you ride in one with him?
I have a 2008, that was his truck.
That was his truck, okay. So I want you to get in that truck, drive it around, and I want you to talk to him. It is very important that we're on an ongoing relationship with our spirits. We should talk to them all the time. They're sending us messages, so we should talk to them. We just shouldn't do it in the grocery store, okay? So thank you for showing up tonight. I know that it was hard for you to be here, but this is good. This is good. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
So Chad, there's our woman who sat right there. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.